Hey everybody, welcome back to the Honey and Absinthe channel. We are your hosts. I'm Vincent, a background designer for animation.
And I'm Janet, the ex-Disney artist turned independent creator, and in this episode, you're going to be watching me draw a supernatural commission.
Wow!
And before we get started, make sure to smash the like button.
Right there. Alright, let's get into it.
Yeah.
Alright, boom. Okay, thumbnails. There it is.
Yeah, so I made a lot, as you can see, and I was tasked to draw Dean Winchester and Sam Winchester. And with these two-person commissions, I really need to make sure the composition works. Otherwise, it will fail as a drawing slash illustration.
Well, you're doing a good job so far. You have these mannequins set up, and I think when I'm doing these things, I like to at least make sure, you know, my ground is covered. I don't want any surprises when I'm at least, you know, inking stuff.
Yeah, my main goal with all my commissions recently, I've been really trying to push depth.
Right.
So with this one, you can see in the previous thumbnails, some of them are kind of flat. They're very like posing next to each other and very just not that interesting. So I wanted to have Sam in the front and Dean in the back, and have a little bit more dimension and proportion to how they are drawn.
Yeah, it's hard to fit two figures in this aspect ratio, isn't it?
It is, but I like the challenge.
Yeah.
I like having to do these larger, more involved commissions with multiple characters, because it gets kind of boring if you're just doing one character for a while. So
and you go through different positions for hands?
I do.
Yeah. So
like, as you can see, if I were to do this professionally, I think I would go into more detail in the thumbnail phase. But in the thumbnail, you can see my hands are very like just scribbles. So I go through a process of trial and error when I'm drawing the actual commission, and I have to take reference along a lot of the times.
Nice. But now you're like really filling in his bodice, his muscles. You're chiseling out his face. Yeah. He's so chiseled looking.
I looked at a lot of reference, but in order to make sure they are drawn accurately, and they kind of look like a comic version of the actors.
Right.
But I wanted to make sure their bodies were interesting to look at.
Yeah.
Because one of the difficulties that I already knew I was going to have is they just kind of look like normal guys.
Yeah. They wear a lot of heavy jackets, you know.
They don't have interesting costuming.
Right.
So I knew that their bodies had to be chiseled and the silhouette needed to be interesting to look at. Otherwise, it's just two guys. It just looks like I'm drawing two guys in normal clothes.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you're really detailing out this pistol over here. And this was like a very specific pistol that the commissioner wanted, right?
Yeah, so they both have specific weapons that they use in the show. So I think Dean is holding the cane blade, and then the pistol, I forget what the pistol is called, but I really like designing the pistol after the actual prop because it's really beautiful. Nice. And it gives the eye a little bit more interest too. Right. Instead of just two guys posing.
Right, and now you're putting clothes on them. You're not naked for too long.
So with the clothes, since they wear a lot of layers and jackets and stuff like that, it's hard. It's hard to make normal clothes look interesting.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, it's like a button-up flannel with like a bomber jacket or a leather jacket or a jean jacket, whatever it is.
Yeah, so one tip that I have for doing something like this, if you are into drawing just normal people in normal clothes, really detail the hell out of it. Like, really go in there and draw all the seams, all the buttons, because that's the only way to make it kind of interesting.
Make it a joy to look at, for sure, yeah.
And once I go in with the ink...
Whoa, your line art is getting crazy. Holy smokes.
It's actually been really fun drawing more realistic characters.
Oh, that's great.
Because I feel like I can be a lot looser with the shapes and the design, especially with things like anime characters or cartoons. Everyone tends to oversimplify, but since I'm referencing photos, I get to really like design the hair and really like design the facial hair and what I imagine they would look like as comic book characters or cartoons.
So you've been doing this for I don't know, about almost 7 months now. How do you like describe your improvement since, you know, the first day?
Oh, leaps and bounds. When you've been in quarantine for this many months, and I've been hustling really hard and doing these drawings practically non-stop, man, you improve really fast.
Yeah, your line art is getting freaky, man. This is getting... You could do like a comic book.
I really want to.
Yeah.
It's just hard because I have to pump out these YouTube videos every single week.
One of these days.
To get to it. With these people too. Well, my main improvement was in head drawing, I think. Head and hand drawing, because I mean, I've always been okay at it, but I've always simplified it in a very cartoony way. But recently I've been trying to really get my drawing to be solid and accurate. So then I really made sure that, you know, facial features work, regardless if they're cartoons or if they're for real people like this.
Oh man, now you're designing this background shape, this wispy, really active shape. I don't know how to describe it.
So one thing that I really like to do is I like to connect the eye line. So there's that diagonal that leads the eye from Sam to Dean. So it like flows compositionally, and it makes it like it's a subconscious thing.
Yeah, you really think this stuff through. Very good, very good. And look, it was really quick, but all that really neat texture you put on his pants was really cool.
Yeah.
Really, really cool.
Like I said in previous Draw With Me videos, I no longer like to just fill blacks or dark tonals completely in. I like to design the shadow shapes.
Yeah, because there's more to look at, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, now that it's drawing a little bit lighter, you could see some of those marks that you put there on his pants.
Yeah.
It's starting to look really cool.
With this one, I really wanted to go all in with ink washes.
Yeah. Wow, look at all that texture on his jacket.
Again, you really need to work hard to make normal, average, everyday clothes look interesting.
Right, man. And I love the values too. That way Sam is like forward because the other dude has a darker uniform.
Yeah.
Looks cool.
I intentionally did that because they wear different clothes in all the different episodes. So I was like, I need to make sure they're not competing with each other, especially with all the overlaps, because I wanted to push depth. They have to overlap with each other.
Yeah.
But they can't be competing in tonal value.
This really went from mannequin to really handsome men.
And
you're adding sparkles.
Yeah.
Make them even more handsome.
Very like, ooh, heartthrob. I really like how Dean and Sam came out. I really outdid myself with the jackets and stuff.
Good job, babe.
I normally add color too, but this one turned out so nicely with just the ink, the tonal, the washes and stuff. I like it the way it is.
If you really like that, please like and subscribe over there and leave a comment down below for who you think Janet should draw next.
All the materials that I used in this video will be linked down below. If you would like to support this channel and maybe get your own original ink commission, head over to honeyandabsinthe.com. I'm also wearing the Hustle shirt that you can get at our website.
All right, stand up and show everybody. Yeah. Woo! Find us on Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, wherever you can find us.
And don't forget to dare to dream.